you can't do it on your own. We're going to have to work together on this, which is why I wanted to have the conversation here this afternoon. In a minute, we're going to go through a situation sit rep with the military. Thank you, Richard. I think you're going to give us that briefing, and then we'll broaden it out for a discussion. But thank you for your time. We'll go to the sit rep, which is confidential. We'll let the cameras go out, and then we'll have a wider discussion.
Afternoon. I'll go tomorrow. I looked at the only direct international flights out of Crete at the moment. This is out of season. Yep. Only direct flights were to Albania, so I flew to Albania.
I saw some pictures.
Yeah. And then I was like, well, look, I told him I was flying to Albania. I just went, look, I'm just going to stay a couple of nights in Albania. I'll just do some daily life on the Wednesday. And so I did. I just had 36 hours in Albania. What a fucked up week that was.
Oh my god.
All for a fucking picture of the shit. It's all photographed. You're right, they do sort of. You know what? I'm just going to file them.
Should the UK ration fuel?
Does she look like it? What do you reckon?
Should the UK ration fuel? Should the UK ration fuel? Should the UK ration fuel?
Oh, did you? How was that? Chaotic,
Yeah.
disorganized?
Well, it got changed like 2 or 3 times before I was excited because, and then my pictures were.
Sorry, mate.
Should the UK ration fuel?
Welcome you all to Downing Street, and thank you for coming in at short notice to have this really important discussion this afternoon. We're just entering the 5th week of the conflict in Iran, and I wanted to bring all of you together with government to talk through some of the implications. The political position we've taken, I think, is straightforward, which is we're not going to get drawn into the conflict proper. We will defend British interests and British lives in the region, particularly in the Gulf allied states, and obviously our allies there. And we are working on a viable plan for the Straits of Hormuz, which I want to come back to. So it's not our war, but it is our duty to protect British citizens. Particularly their concern will be not just the escalation of the war, but this sense that it's going to hit them and their families and their households. And I think probably uppermost in their minds at the moment is energy bills, petrol, and also food prices. On household energy bills, as you've probably seen, we've already taken action for the time being, and therefore this Wednesday household energy bills will go down by just over £100 on average, and then stay down until the end of June, whatever happens in the conflict. But we need to look at what else needs to be done, what else can be done, and that's why I wanted to talk to you. So I mean, it goes without saying the most important thing we can do is to de-escalate the situation and bring an end to the conflict. That will be the most effective way to deal with the impact. And as part of that, opening the Straits of Hormuz, which is easier said than done. So today we've got around the table, we've got finance, we've got shipping, insurance, oil and gas. That's really excellent because that means we can have a broad discussion. At the government level, just almost straight to foremost, to let you know what we're up to, is firstly we've been bringing together a sort of coalition of countries around the notion that we do have to de-escalate and find a way forward. Now we started that with the sort of key European countries, the so-called E4, which is Germany, Italy, France and the United Kingdom. But we've now got about 35 countries that have signed up to that, so that is good. And we are also working on a sort of military level on what a viable plan would actually look like. I can give you a bit more of that in a moment. But this is going to have to be a joint effort. The government can't do it on its own. You can't do it on your own. We're going to have to work together on this, which is why I wanted to have the conversation here this afternoon. Sit rep with the military. Thank you, Richard. I think you're going to give us that briefing. And then we'll broaden it out for a discussion. But thank you for your time. We'll go to the sit rep, which is confidential. We'll let the cameras go out and then we'll have a wider discussion.